my story can be a change for someone. That is what I believe. It can be hard for me to share, but it can be motivation to someone.
This is the story of Pur Biel.
When I was still a child, I lost everything. The war separated me from my father, my mother, my brothers and sister.
On a damp October morning in Columbia, Missouri, Drake's student-athlete Pur Biel made his Division I debut. His path to this moment is a harrowing story of determination.
He's a young man who at times had to fight for survival. And then when you can flip the page and realize he's not surviving anymore, he's thriving.
Pur Biel was just 9 years old when he made his first life-changing run, an escape from war-torn South Sudan.
For me, it was difficult to start a new life without family, but in everything I put God first in whatever I'm doing.
A new life in the confines of the Kakuma refugee camp in Kenya.
Kakuma refugee camp in Kenya, it is on the north part of Kenya, which is so desert, whereby there is no anything that you can depend on. So first of all, it was hard to find water.
Essential survival needs were hard to come by, yet Pur found his footing.
I ran barefoot, 10K. And I remember the first kilometer, my feet began to hurt. So I have to stop and put some dust and mud on it. For me, it was a way of escaping away from those trauma of not having family together. But after that, I realized that I changed my life through sport.
While Pur trained, behind the scenes, others were working for him.
The UN Refugee Agency, it's a body that has the mandate to protect refugees all over the world. And our work is to ensure that refugees receive protection and services.
One of those services was sport. And in 2016, the UN Refugee Agency and the International Olympic Committee designed the first refugee Olympic team.
The only motivation that we were given is if you work hard, you can be part of the Refugee Olympics team.
And Pur did just that, representing millions of refugees on the world's biggest stage.
When we were in the Olympics, it's like a new beginning of life.
So for Pur to be able to get onto the podium, to be able to get onto a platform, all this send a very clear message to other young people. He sort of gives them hope.
Through running, Pur found his purpose, to share his harrowing story and be an example for all people in refugee camps. Pur is now an ambassador for the UNHCR and was a key voice in creating future Olympic refugee teams.
The IOC member.
And in 2018, he returned to the refugee camp in Kakuma for a special TEDx event.
In life, we all face a struggle, either running away from it or running toward it. But the important thing is you keep on the road and you keep going. Thank you.
Pur is still going, not only running, but as a student in Drake University's International Relations program.
Everyone's always looking at Pur and seeing what Pur is going to do. It's really great to see, especially for the young guys coming in, that amazing role model who's been to the biggest stage in the world and then can bring his talents here.
Pur has actually gone out there to prove what we've all been saying all along as UNHCR, that refugees have got talent, they are an amazing group of people, they've got resilience, and they just need an opportunity. And look, he's in one of the best universities in the world. He is getting one of the best education in the world. He is competing against the best guys at university as well.
With each step, Pur is advancing his message of hard work, determination, and compassion.
It happened to me to become a refugee, but I never wished to become, and I never thought one day I will be. In this world is the legacy that we leave, especially doing the humanity. Because the more you support someone who has difficulty in life, the more you are building yourself too. because we learn through each other.
For Drake Sports Media, I'm Michael Admire.